it just
That's
inspires
it.
me a little bit.
Promote it.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
it.
it's fine. No, this is promoting old shit, but it's still good
Yeah,
though
but
because
your
it's
music, yeah, that's it. Getting people
yeah.
familiar with it.
I think it's going to be different this time. Honestly, I think it's going to be a lot different, a lot better. I think we'll see. All right, we're live. Yeah, we're live. I gotta see if he sent email. No? Oh, no,
You wanna play around, you better pack a lunch. Gonna lay them in the back of trunks. I see real men cry, rock before they die. They get buried in a place where the sun don't shine. You wanna play around, you better pack a lunch. Then we gotta lay them down in the back of trunks. I see real men cry right before they die. They get buried in a place where the sun don't shine.
Check it, Lizzo skins, you surprise. Sick pop, street demons, sick pop, sick fucks. Legit, legit, legit. I let the power and the realness drive me, son. I made one CD, you think I'm fucking done? No such luck, schmucks. If I was you, I'd duck. I'm about to let you have it, done. Run. Form, Lizzo. Kick you in the chest with my mid-cut Adidas forms. You don't want to be here when I'm done. Overcome. The slums where I come from. Get guarding respect. I'm a veteran of this street game hustle. On the mic, I put you to shame. I got the muscle. Lane. Tame. The beast called Lizzo. Gotta be proud.
They die, they get buried in a place where the sun don't shine. You wanna play around, you better pack a lunch. Then we gotta lay them down in the back of trunks. I see real men cry right before that's hating. I know that they be waiting. I see they want the lettuce dog, be bringing home the bacon. I'm giving doctors patient. You think he's playing? We said he mobbing you. Basements, calling up the mason. Some man a Harper style. Something going a while and I'll leave them bodies piles. They talk to gibbon. When you doing good, I got some baddest bitches. I got a yummy mistress.
what happened?
Average making dough, strictly business. You strictly missing at the plate, you whipping. I'm on the hill, I'm that Cliff Lee bitching. So stop your little bitching before you end up missing. These pups congratulate, you pussies later hissing. You wanna play around, you better pack a lunch. Then we're gonna lay them down in the back of place where the sun don't shine. You wanna play around, you better pack a lunch. Then we're gonna lay them down in the back of trunks. I see real men cry right before they die. They get buried in a place where.
Okay. Good morning. Good afternoon. Crazy. Chris Gray, good to see you. Hope everything's good, brother. Yeah, he's like US. Well, there's US, Aussie, Australia, Quincy, Southwest Quincy, Mass, Boston 617, right? Area code all the way to the east coast of Australia. And
Yep.
how much time is from the east coast to the west coast of Australia? From Perth to Sydney, what's that about? The same size as America, right? What's it, 5,000-6,000 miles?
Give or take, they're relatively the same size. Yeah, just we're an island. That's
Not a lot of mountains. Not a lot of mountains, right? A lot of flatlands.
No, it's pretty flat. Yeah, I think we've got our highest peak, Mount Kosciuszko, is like one of the smallest mountains like on all of planet Earth. So yeah, we're pretty low.
think I'm sorry about that. I didn't fucking know. It's all good. Hey, I made you the co-host, so you're good now. You should be able to see a lot more things. I don't know if you can now, but you should be able to see it.
Oh, sweet. Check it out.
Yeah, I did that yesterday. Like I said, I would.
Okay, cool. No, that's good because now I can drop like links and things like that too.
Exactly. And that's I think that's the best way. You know, I think you're brave for doing this too. You know what I mean? So I like people that like, you know, ain't scared to fucking like put their shit out there. You know what I mean? Because nothing really to fucking, no one could judge you. You know what I mean? No one can judge you. I know it's not easy. I know it's not easy. You know, that's why I try not to press you at all. You know what I mean? I'm not, you know, I just let you talk when you want to talk. And
yeah, no, you're good, mate. Of course, yeah, it's a little daunting for anyone at first, I guess. But yeah, no, we're good. Getting used to it.
Yeah. That's all it takes. I mean, I'll be honest. Like, I'm usually not nervous about nothing unless you're in court. You get the little bit of butterflies because they're fucking, your life's in their hands, basically, right?
Exactly, yeah.
But not really scared. Definitely not scared, but definitely a little bit the butterflies. You know what I mean? But even when I was in courtrooms without, you know, not going there for charges for myself, like going for other people, still get those butterflies. You know what I mean? Because yeah, when you've been in court so many fucking times, it's like it's like trauma because it's like you know, when you're a young kid, you kind of, I knew the law, but still. That's great. I mean, it's good to see you, dude. Well, yeah, we'll FaceTime today, brother, or later on. Yeah, absolutely, bro. How you want to start this today, Crazy?
Oh, we'll go off. We could start by like me just like introducing myself, like you said, like where I'm coming from, like what I've sort of been through, like, you know, just, you know, bullet points.
As long as you feel comfortable, it's up to you. You know what I mean? I'm definitely people definitely know you're tough. You know what I mean? And mentally, obviously, because it's not easy to fucking do. You know what I mean? So I know the story.
Thanks, mate. Yeah, no, there's a lot. Well, you got to be really in life. You don't sort of get the choice; it gets handed to you, and yeah, you got to roll with the punches. Or, you know, sometimes you get knocked down. Obviously, everybody does, and you know, sometimes you might not get up for a bit, but like as long as you get back up, that's the main thing, really.
It is. It really is. Just getting back up, and like you said yesterday about you know, people going off the wagon and going back. You know, you could always start over again. You know what I mean?
Get back on it. That's it. And then there's other people like who've gone there before you who can like support you or even just prove that it can be done. If you see somebody else do it, you're like, well, you know it's possible then, so why not for you?
Yeah, that's I agree with that. Like yeah, it's not easy to kind of put your life out there. You know what I mean? It's not easy, I guess. You know what I mean? But honestly, anyone that beats the odds and like, you know, lives a tough life and comes out of it like shining or whatever. You know what I mean? Whatever the case, no, not living that brutal lifestyle no more. You know basically what you can handle and what you can't handle. You know what I mean? And most people can handle a lot. You know what I mean? And I don't think people realize it. You know what I mean? I really don't think a lot of people realize that.
Absolutely, that's right. And you never know until you're in it.
Exactly.
If you'll make it through.
What do you think? So I think what was it? A couple assholes battering and shit like that, right? I'm trying to remember. Like I'm pretty sure something to that nature, right? Like just assholes, right?
Just like people in general, like that's what. Well, that can cause abuse and like give you all sorts of like mental health issues too, whether it be like from childhood, which is really bad usually because that's our formative years where our brains are literally developing, and to not get the what we need emotionally, and like from parents, caretakers, things like that. Yeah, that absolutely can like set the gray matter, the brain, like on a path that's just going to make it more difficult for you, like later on in life. Yeah, that's where we form our attachment styles, things like that. So yeah, if we're not shown how to love, especially ourselves, we can't give it to ourselves, and that can cause all sorts of issues down the line for us as we're growing, when we're trying to find that love or fill that hole.
Yeah, I definitely. I think that's like spot on the money. How you doing, Chris Gray? How you doing, Western Mass? Good to see us. You guys know Crazy, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, you guys met Crazy. Hello, people. I don't know. What do you think about the backdrop? There's like a bunch of different things. I don't know. You like that one? I don't know. It's all right, I guess.
Okay, yeah, it's cool. Yeah, the design kind of reminds me of like, it looks a bit like a flag or something.
Yeah.
I'm just getting like the design looks very similar to the Maori flag. It's just not red, black, and white, but that's what it just reminds me of when I look at it. I like the swirly one too. That's pretty cool.
Okay, all right. I didn't know. I was like, I was trying to figure out like what ones to use. Like, I guess there's a lot you could use, but like there's this, like that. There's like this, this. There's video ones like this with smoke. This one, like this is like sunshine, like it like actually moves a little bit. The ocean. This one, golden sunset. Like there's just like all kinds of different shit you could do. Like I kind of want to make my own. You know what I mean? Like my own, like a video or something. Like these are videos, like how things are moving. You could do it yourself, like 30 seconds or 3 minutes or something like that. I forget what the fuck it is. I'm on the paid plan, so but they always want you to upgrade. You know what I mean? It's like, we'll see
and
what
it's
happens.
already like, I think it's like 45 Australian dollars a month or something, because I signed up with it, and then when I seen that, I was like, oh yeah, I don't think I need that. That's a bit steep, really far.
Yeah, they
out.
did go up. They did go up on the price. It was like 35 or something.
Yeah.
Now they're up to 40 or something. I'm like, but they are putting money back into their platform, so it's, that's
True.
a good thing. You know, OBS ain't bad. You can use this for free. You can use OBS for free, but everything that you want to really kind of do, it's gonna cost more money, which is that's on me anyways. Like I don't care about the money. It's fucking. It's
if you're gonna use it, that's right. Why not get the best?
Yeah, I think OBS is one of the best, honestly. But StreamYard, if you're not really good with like technology, it's good. You know what I mean? Like if you
well, that's the one for me then, for sure.
Yeah, for me too.
Still learning.
I'm still
learning.
And it's
always changing.
Yeah, it's always, especially with AI now too. You know what I mean? It's always changing. Hold on, what the hell happened? Oh, okay, never mind. Sorry. Hold on a second.
Okay.
Okay. We're good.
Thanks, Chris. Appreciate that.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. I agree. Holding down the fort in the savage room as the door goes. Yep.
Thanks, mate.
I will talk to you. Just cleaning my place up while I listen. Thanks a lot, Chris. Palman. Oh, shit. Palman can fucking relate to trauma. He had trauma. Palman, what's happening, brother? You want to jump in here, Palman, with us? If you don't, it's fine, dude. It's fine. Like you jumped on here many times with me, so it's all right, brother. You're always welcome. Just to let you know, I'm trying to get you on there next week. You know what I mean? Just trying to, get used to this. Because it's something you have to do a couple times before you start. I guess feeling more comfortable or whatever it is. There's a million different things. It's not easy for anybody, actually. Oh shit! Excuse me. Sorry for my horrible language.
Okay, so
Okay, there we
it's
go.
it's funny you apologize because like I didn't even hear anything. It's almost like I'm immune to swearing. I don't hear it after working on construction sites and like hanging out with military people. Yeah, you just you become fluent.
Yeah, that's how I say it right in the description. I say bad words. You know what I mean? I actually got rid of the bad words. I'm just not politically correct. I'm not. Probably not going to hear a lot of things. You're gonna definitely not going to. I'm definitely not no like what's it? What do they call in college? The teachers and professor, like a professor. You're definitely not going to hear a professor. I'm just old school. It's the only way I know. I don't know any other way but old school. Not saying there's nothing wrong with new school. Obviously, I love technology and shit, but
Yeah,
it's just
yeah,
it's different times, don't you think? Don't you think like compared
yeah.
to like 80s and 90s, is a
It's
lot different than the 2000s.
it's everything's developed and changed so quickly too. Like if you look at history, the only other time there's been such a like technological blow up was like in the Industrial Revolution. So,
That's
and like
true.
when you're our age, we actually got to witness the transition from like the dark ages and stuff like when we still have black and white TVs and things like that. And now
None
it's
of these. We never
exactly,
had. I had
exactly.
the big tan one with the big black like antenna. Those are like fucking
Oh, the big brick. Yeah.
yeah, it's like a satellite phone. You know what I mean? It would cost
Yeah.
like 1,500 a month and stuff. I'm like, it was like
Yeah, that was a
ridiculous.
flex back then for sure if you had one of them.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
even
definitely.
before like
That's
cell
exactly what it was.
phones,
That's exactly
everyone
what it
had
was.
pages, remember? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. My wife broke about 5 of them on me. Smash right out the
Yeah.
fucking bring it outside. Wham. I'm like, man, I can't do nothing. I gotta go buy a new one.
Yeah.
Stupidity though, you know what I mean? On my behalf, not on hers. Definitely on me. There you go, StreamYard. See, yeah, see, we put your thing up right
It's
up there. Don't worry
good you
about
can
it.
own it, mate.
Yeah, it's true. It's really true though. I was a fucking knucklehead, cowboy, you know what I mean? Just a fucking idiot, you know what I mean? Not too smart. Definitely ghetto fabulous, you know what I mean? Like, and we all know where that ends up, you know what I mean? Fucking
Yeah,
jealousy,
exactly.
envy, all that bullshit. You know what I mean? It's not even really with your friends, with your fucking with the cops and the detectives and everybody around. They're all fucking watching, you know what I mean? It's like
Yeah,
I
once
tell
they
like
know your face and your name, yep, for sure.
yeah, it's like I'm like yeah, I'm probably bringing a lot of heat to myself, but I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? That's how my attitude was back, in the 80s and 90s. And then once my daughter was born, I was like, I seen like a little bit different. Like, when kids come into the mix, it's like, okay, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Gotta kind of,
Yeah, something comes over you. Yeah, you sort of like, oh, time to grow up now. Yeah.
yeah, time to grow up. Time to grow up and like, because I never thought I lived till 30 as a teenager. I'm like, I ain't gonna be around here long. I ain't gonna be around here long. I'm probably gonna end up fucking dying, fucking saving one of my friends, or one of my friends is gonna die saving me or something. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking, but yeah, totally different. Like when you grow up in the rotary phones and everything, you gotta remember everyone's number in your head. Like
Yep.
you didn't have contacts or anything like that. You just had to remember
No.
numbers. You know what I mean?
Like yeah, the only number we sort of know these days off by heart is usually our own. That's right. Like I'd be able to tell you like 10 different people's phone numbers off by heart. But now you could ask me for my daughter's number, I'll just go blank. I was like, oh, it's in my phone. So it's good because it helps us out with little things like that technology. But yeah, we still need to stretch the brain and exercise the brain as much as the body. I think like if you
Yeah.
they say if you don't use it, you lose it, and I think that's really true.
I think that's really true too. It's like people retire and they're like dead a year later. It's like stay active, whatever you do. Like
Yeah,
no matter how much pain you're
have a
in or whatever.
purpose.
Oh, go ahead, crazy. I was just
Oh no,
agreeing with you
yeah,
because you're
sorry, mate.
absolutely
Yeah, I
right.
was just
You're
saying, yeah,
absolutely correct.
just to have a purpose, to have something to do. That's right, something to live
Like
for.
why work hard or work smart or whatever, right? Work hard, smart, whatever, right? And then just like I just want to sit around for the rest of my life. Who the fuck wants to do that? I don't know. These will be in English when the World Cup starts. Oh yeah, Palman, thanks for saying that, bro. Yeah, because I'm definitely gonna be watching that. I'll be down to join your stream at the Usman Buckley car. Yeah, of course. You're always welcome. You guys are always welcome. You guys know that. I remember you yesterday in the football stream. Cool that you both jumped in. That
Oh
was 2
yeah,
days ago.
the
Yeah,
rain.
we all jumped in. We kept our word. And I put his name in the description too. Just to let you know, Palmer. I put his name in the description. He's a nice guy. You know what I mean? You know, I don't understand anything he's saying.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Palman can speak English. You know what I mean? He speaks good
yeah.
English. Better English maybe than I do, or like some people. Well, most people, I mean. He's pretty good with his English. I think English, what is the English? Like 75% of the world? Like most people know English? Is that true,
I'm
or
not
is
really.
that just like people's
It
theories?
it might
Or
be. I'll have to check that. It might be, but maybe not all of them are like, English is their first language and stuff. Like, in Europe, like everyone can speak 5 languages and stuff. It makes me feel like a Neanderthal down here because everybody speaks like just English, or maybe too. There is a lot of like multiculturalism, especially like in the cities and stuff.
yeah,
So, but yeah,
that's true.
it's really funny. Like any European friends I've had, yeah, they like speak like 3, 5 languages, and it's just really normal because they're all so close together, the countries, I guess. And
Wow. Like I think Valentina Shevchenko knows like eight languages. I'm like, I know all the swear words in Italian and
yeah, yes, same.
Gaelic and Spanish. Latino, I know like Spanish. Like I know all the swear words. I know like hello and goodbye and all that
Yeah,
stuff. But
the
most
fundamentals.
of the words, yeah, most of the words are like bad words. You know what I mean? Like manja magacha, picha magona, sham, basha, fangula. Manja means eat. You know what I mean? Eat food. That's what all the Italians would say around here. You know what I mean? When I was a kid, make sure you eat. Make sure you eat.
Yeah, yeah,
Manja.
absolutely,
You know what I mean?
for sure.
I'm like, okay. Are you
They're
sure? You
always
sure you want to say
fattening you
that to
up.
me? Because
Very hospitable people. Yeah.
oh yeah, oh very good. Yeah, honestly, you go to an Italian house. Even my wife's the same way. Like you're eating. You know what I mean? If you, my trainer. My friend's father, God bless his soul, and God bless my friend, Steven Sigliano, rest in peace. Every time I get done training with his father, I'd be sitting there. He'd say, "Robbie, my mother ain't." His mother's name was Olga, rest in peace, Olga. That's really Italian, you know what I mean? He said, "Robbie, she ain't gonna let you leave here without eating." And I'm like, I got
And eating
my
some
wife.
more after that. Yeah.
I got my wife. Yeah, my wife's making food right now. Like she already fucking made it. You know what I
Doesn't
mean?
matter.
But I couldn't. Yeah, she's like, no, you're gonna eat before you leave here, Robbie. And I'm like, okay, I'm not. I couldn't argue with her because I know since I was a little kid. You know what I mean? So I just respected them so much. And then it always seems like with a lot of my friends when their parents died, it seems like they went down. Like I know it's sad when your parents die or whatever, but everyone grieves differently, is what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Like
100%.
some people are numb for like a year and then it hits them, or some people will just go for 3 days without eating and sleeping or whatever. And yeah, even with friends of mine like that are gone, like 70 plus friends, like that I grew up with, fought wars with, all kinds of shit, right? I think of like some of them almost every day. Like a few of them will come into my head, you know what I mean? And then it'll just keep going on. And I'll think of all of them, you know what I mean? I'm like, I wish like 5 of them were still alive, you know what I mean? Because you need teamwork makes the dream work. It's really true. You know what I mean? You need people that are responsible and will show up. You know what I mean? And unfortunately today, I don't know if it's because of the shutdown or the, when they had everybody, 6 6 feet, 6 feet distance, all that mask,
Social
all that
distancing. Yeah.
yeah, all that shit. I think that fucked up a lot of people. I don't know. Maybe people were fucked up before that, but I think that definitely fucked some people up. I could be wrong.
Absolutely. We're
Yeah,
social creatures. We're like,
yeah,
as primates, we're literally born wired to connect to each other.
yep.
And yeah, for a lot of people that was really difficult to adjust to. Like, if
I used to
anything,
tell. Oh, go ahead.
sorry, mate, just the silver
No,
lining
don't be
to
sorry. I'm
being
sorry.
isolated and that for so long, like just because of just PTSD, etc., social isolation. But I already did that to myself. So when that came along, I don't want to say like it was nothing, because absolutely it was. But for me, it really didn't impact me that much, because I wasn't social at all, like at all anyways, but I could really have compassion for people who were like missing their family, who couldn't do things like join together and be together. And if anything, at least we had the technology where we could FaceTime our family and friends during that. Like, if that had happened like in the 90s or something, can you imagine? People wouldn't have been able to communicate with each other. It would have been all through the media, through the TV, and that would have been heaps scarier. I think at least we were able to all sort of stay informed and keep up with each other.
I agree with that. I was saying that in 2022. I was like just learning technology and stuff and trying to like do this stuff. And I was like, go outside and get some sun. You know what I mean? Go outside and get some sun and walk and just break a sweat. You know what I mean? I said, for people that did time before, it's going to be a lot easier. For people that never did time, you know what I mean? It's kind of like you can still walk out your fucking door and shit. You can still go down to the park, whatever, you know what I mean? Or go wherever the fuck you want, you know what I mean? Around here, it wasn't as bad as other states, but Florida was pretty good. They kind of just did whatever the fuck they wanted. Texas, kind of like the same thing, certain parts of Texas. I don't know. I think New York was pretty bad. Cali, like LA, LA County. I think they had a lot of them had, they had actually fucking neighbors ratting on neighbors and shit. Like, oh, tell on your neighbors. We'll give you money. I'm like, what? I'm like,
very Orwellian. Yeah, just what like in 1984.
What happened in 84? I'm trying to remember what happened in 84.
No, I was saying like that. That's very like Orwellian, like George Orwell. Yeah, like where everybody like rats on each other to Big Brother, and like the kids even rat on their parents and things like that. So,
what the fuck, man? Damn. Like, my mother did that tough love shit with me with my probation officers. What's that called? Chins. Well, I don't know if you guys have chins there, but they had it like they call it a chins here. It's just basically tough love. You know what I mean? They put you in DYS for a couple weeks. You come back out, you go back to school. Like, what the fuck am I going to school for when I'm getting sent to fucking DYS? I'm going down the park. I leave school and go make just like a fucking, stupid, just stupidity.
Yeah.
But
it sounds more like maybe military school might have been in order.
Actually, they did send me to Camp Squano in Plymouth for like a 4-month program, which wasn't that bad. I think I ran like 5, 6, 7 miles every night with the counselors and stuff. They come in at like 3 to 11 shift, and they bring you running, whoever wanted to go running and stuff, and we'd be lifting weights and stuff. And I think we built a whole basketball. Yeah, we built 2 basketball courts there, because we only had like a half a court basketball, just one hoop. So we built a whole basketball court there for them. Painted the whole fucking cabin. It had like these weird rooms, like with like 4 people in each. 4 or 6 people in each row. I think it was 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it was like 6 times 4. So 6 times 4. 28, 24 people. So I think it was 24 people or something like that. Now, if you escaped and they caught you, they'd send you back. They send you right back to the place, and you'd have to start over. You know what I mean? So certain people escape. Yeah, they'd escape 3 months in. I'm like, you only got a month left. Why
exactly. Yeah, you got to do it again.
Yeah, then you got to do it again. It's like, I got a month left. Why the fuck would I want to escape? And not only that, my mother and my stepfather would come with all my friends. We go to College Pond, like in Plymouth. It's like inside the state forest. And give me like 15 joints. You know what I mean? I'd bring it back. I'd put it under a rock while I was walking back. And I'd only smoke with one guy in there. You know what I mean? Stevie Hopper, rest in peace, Stevie Hopper from Fall River. Good kid. I don't know. I guess he passed away, just like a lot of my other friends passed away from around here. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's fucking sad. I'm going to read some of these. I want you guys to think I'm...
yeah, I've been watching the chat go up. I'm like...
yeah, I don't want you guys to think...
yeah, don't want to neglect you guys. Yeah.
Never. We don't want to do that. Yeah, definitely Chris Gray. Absolutely, bro. Palman and Weston. Chris. Okay, definitely. Very wise words. Okay, man. Respect for speaking. Absolutely. Like, I agree with that. I think it's very important, and it takes a lot of courage. It does take some courage, no doubt about it. I remember you yesterday in the football. Okay, we got that one, Palman. I remember. I'd be down to join your stream after the Usman Buckley card. Yeah, post fights. Yeah, absolutely, brother. Because Usman wants to fight, and Buckley and Usman want to fight Islam, I guess. But I think they're gonna have to fight JDM, right? JDM's the champ. The football streams will be in English, so I remember that one. Okay, I miss the rotary phones. I always skewed around on my grandparents, one in their house. Yeah, I haven't seen one of those in a long time, brother.
They're antiques now, pretty much, just like us.
They are, yeah. Yeah, we are antiques, actually. Kind of got to admit that. Yeah, true. Yeah, you know what? When I turned 50, I was like, what the fuck? Halfway down my life? I don't feel like I'm halfway down my life at all. But then someone else told me, when you turn 51, that's when it's like, and I'm like, no, 50 was hard. 51 wasn't a problem. 54 ain't a problem. 55 won't be a problem. I don't even think, I think 70. I think 70 will be a problem.
Yeah.
Like, it all depends on how you take care of yourself, honestly.
Yeah,
I really think, like you said, like staying active.
I was just about to say that all depends on how you look after yourself, give or take. I mean, life be lifing, but like, yeah, absolutely. If you do the best you can, treat your body with respect and that, like, for the most part anyway, I mean, like, you still have, like you say, not your cheat days. What do you call them?
Cheat days. Cheat days. Yeah, cheat days. Yeah, cheat days like on a Saturday or Sunday. You want to eat whatever the fuck you want, right? As long as you dieted all week, it can't hurt you. You know what I mean? Like you deserve that day. You know what I mean? If you got through the whole week, you know what I mean? Without, ain't gonna hurt you because you're gonna go right back to being active, right? Yeah, you're just gonna burn it off again anyway. So,
it does. And just like, sorry, mate, just like we're talking about with the brain, it's the same with the body. Like if you don't use it, you lose it. So, and they've even tied like people working out, like actual weightlifting to I think help with like dementia and Alzheimer's and things like that. There was a study I was just reading about recently where they were saying that like a lot of weightlifters, they've done a study like on dementia and people who work out like with weights and that. I don't know what the exact connection is. I'll have to go and like check the details, but I thought that was a pretty fascinating. And then I thought, well, that's all I needed to know. I'll be cracking
dementia. So dementia from lifting weights, like from lifting weights?
No, it helps prevent it, they think.
Oh, prevent it, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why specifically lifting weights and not any other like form of exercise, although obviously everything's going to be a help. But yeah, that specifically. Yeah. But yeah, I'll check that out and I'll see if I can find the details.
I know lifting weights helps with bone density. I know that for sure. Like, even lightweight, just a lot of reps or whatever. Like, I already did the heavy lifting when I was really young. I did a lot of fucking lifting weights. You know what I mean? It just made me feel slower. So I kind of like boxing training.
Having the bulk, yeah.
Yeah, you just get too bulky and stuff. I'm like, I always say that to people. Lean and mean is the best way to be. Like lean, like body weight training and all my trainers would say the same thing. No weights, Robbie. You're strong enough. Just leave the fucking weights alone. You know what I mean? You just do push-ups, fucking pull-ups, dips, stuff like that. Body weight training, and you'll maintain your strength. And they were right, though. They were right about that. But some people, if you want to gain weight, it's like you got to lift heavy weight. That's how, because muscle weighs more than fat.
And
that's a proven fact. Yeah. And eating like a gram of protein per pound you weigh will that's how you gain size and weight. Or I've seen people just fucking eat 3 fucking state fucking Department of Correction or even DYS, just 3 meals and lifting weights. I see them fucking get huge. You know what I mean? They didn't even need steroids. That's why I always realized that I never needed roids. I already have a bad attitude as it is. And my wife said at the time, my girlfriend at the time, who was my wife now for a long time, right? She used to say, you don't need those fucking steroids. You already got a bad enough attitude. Like, you take those things, you're just going to be cuckoo even more.
They mess you up too. Yeah, they really do.
Yeah,
a lot of people
you don't need them.
Complications with it if they are taking it long term and stuff. And natural looks better anyway. That's just like if you're talking purely aesthetics from a woman's perspective, natural looks better.
I agree with that. I agree with that. With I say that to my wife all the time, like 5 pounds, 10 pounds, 20 pounds. I think that's better for a woman than looking really skin and sickly like models look. They got to starve themselves. You know what I mean? They look like they're starving.
Heroin chic. Yeah.
Yeah, the heroin fucking cheat code or whatever the fuck it is. I don't know. Whatever they call it.
Oh no,
what do they call it?
I was joking saying I call that heroin chic, like that look like emaciated. Yeah, it doesn't look good. I mean, to each their own. It's all personal preference.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think I'm the only woman I've ever met in my life, or I know, who's always complaining about being underweight and always trying to put weight on. Whereas, generally women sort of have this idea that we've got to be thin, we've got to be skinny. Well, of course, that's a lot of social pressure, and guys get theirs with I need big muscles, I need to look good. So the pressure's there, I guess, and that's where people try to take shortcuts, and that's why roids are so big. That's why the weight loss industry is so big, whereas it's really just about finding what's right for you, just eating healthy and moving and being happy too. Your state of mind, Jem, it's like sometimes I can try and work out, or I can try and achieve something, but if I'm depressed or if I'm not right in the head, I'm not going to see those results physically. It's like as you think, so you are.
That's so true. You know what else they say is no matter how good you feel or good you look, we'll all still want to look better, or we're still insecure. Like I don't know. I guess I'd be lying if I said I didn't want to look better or whatever, but it is what it is. You are what you are. You know what I mean? And I think like you said, just doing stuff to be happy is probably the most important thing. You know, they said depression is rage turned inward, or there's another thing for it too. Depression means you need rest. I guess that's what they say that too. I don't know how true those two things are, but it kind of makes sense, I guess. Depression could be like you need rest. You know what I mean? You haven't rested in a long time or something. It could be that. You know what I mean? It could be. I mean, depression could be a million different things, or 1,000 different things. I don't know. Depression is definitely real. I know that for sure. I think I went through it for about a year. I just shoved everything in my mouth. I eat everything. I went up to 325 pounds. I was really fat. And I was trying to wear long sleeve shirts to fucking cover it up. I'm like, who the fuck am I kidding? I'm a fat fuck. And I just look like no bullshit. No bullshit. Look at this bullshit right now. Look at that. Look how fat I was.
That's not too bad, mate. But I know
Look at
when
my
you're used to
stomach.
be
Look
when
at
you're
my
used to
stomach.
being fit though, like yeah, when you're used to being fit, it's really strange when you put some weight on. Like definitely.
Damn, man. I was like, fucking, who the fuck am I trying to kid, man? Like I wear these fucking like long like these long shirts right here. Like that's a soccer shirt, like Palman loves soccer, right? That's says Bet Click on it. I think it's like Juventus. I think this was a Juventus shirt. I think that was like at a show at that was a show in Worcester at the Palladium. We did a show, a Clash of the Titans tour with Weird Die Young and Outland Camp or something like that. We just backed them up and shit. And I went down there with a tour bus with like 50 of us on there, and then had a limo behind us with like 15, 20 in the back of the tour bus and a limo. And we just went in there and murdered it and left. You know what I mean? And yeah, it's funny. It's funny how but yeah, look at I was trying to like I'm wearing these shirts. I'm like, I know I'm a fat fuck right there, but hey, that was 1 year of just like what's it called? Not eating, just eating once a day. And what's it called? Fucking eating one meal a day and shit. Like, yeah, Juventus, Palman. Yeah, it was Juventus. I thought Juventus was the red and black stripes. I thought, but maybe it's been so long. AC Milan, or yeah, it's one of those teams, or blue and black, or one of those. I forget. Been so fucking long. I'm sorry, guys. Oh, okay, all right. Jesus Christ! Wow, you guys are really talking it up today. I like this. This is good. Okay. Okay, we did that. Rotary phones. I speak 4 languages. Wow, Palman. Dutch, English, German, and Limburgish. So Limburg, Netherlands. So that's like a type of Netherlands speech, right? Because is it a bunch of different kinds, I guess, in the Netherlands? I guess. Like in America, like people pronounce their R's down south and west, like we don't pronounce our R's here in the Northeast. Well, definitely not in Boston for sure. I don't even write my R's actually. Like pataka, it's really true. It's like we really telemarketer. I'm not answering telemarketer.
It might be Elon, mate.
Yeah, that fucking dude. It wasn't. I know it's not Elon because I'm like, why don't you call me from X? You own it. Like, why would I need to call you from Telegram? I don't even have Telegram. Yeah. Right now, call me from. Nice you try, own mate. The platform. You own the platform. Call me from the platform that you own. I'll be glad to talk to you because you're a fucking genius. I want to hear everything you got to say. You know what I mean? I also understand. Africans, the language. Oh, that's right, because he's from South Africa.
Yeah.
Palman's from South Africa, right near Morocco, I'm pretty sure, or Northern Africa. Like Morocco, I heard, if you have like a warrant there, for the law, they come and give you a beating when they find you. They don't just bring you to jail. They come and give you a beating. And you never, I guess, you never default. I never default. I didn't like looking over my shoulder. Like for the law, you know what I mean? I was already looking for the law anyways. So I'm like, fucking, I'm going to go to court. Because I don't want the fucking... Yeah. And not only that, if you show up to court, bail time, they're always going to give you bail because you show up to court. You know what I mean? So if you don't show up to court, you're just probably never going to get bail. And I knew I was going to fucking commit more crime, or I was definitely going to be charged with more crimes eventually. I knew it was going to happen. Can't wait to stuff my face over there with banging Italian food. Oh, yeah. Italian here, brother. There's a lot of Italian here. I was already in lockdown before the COVID pandemic, and I still am. I only go outside hiking in early mornings, and when I go to VVV Venlo, I think that's the soccer games, right, Palman? I was in the end of high school when COVID happened. Had to move away from my town, so didn't see friends. Also stopped learning. It definitely messed me up. My son was in his fucking bed on what's it called, Zoom, with his teachers and his classmates. They didn't have to. They just sat in their bed and fucking in their pajamas or whatever
remote
the fuck.
learning. Yeah.
Yeah, remote learning.
Yeah, that's a shame, man. Especially, no, my daughter, she did her final year of high school in 2020. That was great. Yeah. They couldn't go to their prom and things like that. It was just sort of, really felt
That's
bad for
horrible.
like
Yeah,
you
that's
guys.
horrible.
Yeah, because that's like, those are memories, rites of passage sort of thing and that. So they tried to make up for it, but it wasn't the same. And everything was like remote learning, kind of like work from home, but they did it from school. But a lot harder. And that's it. Like, in high school, it's missing all your friends. That would be the worst because that's literally what you live for, is to socialize. Or not
And that's what
everybody, but
school's
it's a
for.
massive.
I think that's what school's for, anyways, right? It's like responsibility, waking up, like discipline, and socializing
Yeah,
with people. Right? I think that's what school's
that's
for
it.
more than anything else. I think anything else is like kind of trivial. Obviously,
Yeah, no,
writing,
not kind of fundamentals. It's all great for
fundamental. Yeah,
academics
fundamentals.
and things, but they don't really teach life skills like how to budget, how the economy works. How about some real history instead of just these bits that we want you to know about? Like in
Very
my
true.
country, when we were an Englishman called Captain Cook supposedly discovered Australia, although the Dutch, the Chinese, they were all here before we were. But England claimed it because no one else wanted it, I suppose. But even like learning in school about him, everybody knows Captain Cook and this and that. But like when I was an adult, I actually found out that how he died was in Hawaii. He got speared through the head by the locals, and I was like, wow,
Holy
he
shit.
obviously didn't know how to behave himself. Because I think they
Well,
kidnapped the king or something, or his men kidnapped the king. I'll have to look into the details. But I was sort of like, well, they don't tell us that in school. Like,
no, they don't tell you that stuff. And there was a guy on Joe Rogan yesterday. I just love the people he talks to, because he talked to this guy that does all these documentaries for PBS, which is Channel 2. It's like where Sesame Street was on when we were kids, and Mr.
okay,
Rogers' Neighborhood. It's like all that stuff. And then like, fucking like one of those channels that ain't like politics and shit. It's just like true stories, you know what I mean? True things, you know what I mean? So like nonfiction, you know what I mean? So the guy was on there yesterday. He's talking about how he spent 10 years doing the Civil War. It's like an 8 or 10 part series. So they gave him 10 years at a time to work on fucking documentaries, which is fucking pretty good. You can actually do them right, you know what I mean? Without no one rushing.
Exactly. Yeah. You put quality into your work and get it exactly how you want it. There's no use rushing things.
A lot of people don't like Joe Rogan. I don't know why. Like I'm like, I think what he did is fucking pretty smart. Like long form, brutally honest content with nothing sugarcoated, nothing like scripted. I think that's some of the best content. Like listen to people talk for 3 hours or
And
2 hours
variety
or an
of
hour.
topics too. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like he covers all sorts of things. I think whether you like him or not, you've got to respect that. He's definitely got a great formula going, and it is interesting. Look at the engagement. He's like, I know about him from the other side of the world. Like he's actually like almost a household name here, you could say, because everything's about the internet these days. So
Yeah, true. He's like the Howard Stern of the internet instead of like the radio. You know what I mean? Kind of like
I guess so. And that's it. People
kind of
might
like
be,
that.
he might have controversial views or that, but like, I guess you can't just not like someone because you don't agree with something they say. Like maybe,
Yeah, you agree to
like
disagree,
what
right?
he does invites discussion about it. It doesn't have to
Yeah.
end in like a teary screaming match, like we're adults, like it respectfully disagree. Or, I mean, obviously there's some things that, are going to be non-negotiable for some people regarding their own personal morals or experience, and or just basic human decency and things like that. But for the
Humility,
most part, like, people are entitled to their opinions. We come to our opinions based on our own life experience, and it's actually talking to other people. Like, say I might have an opinion or something based on how much I know about the topic, and then I meet someone who actually knows a lot more about it. I disagree with them at first, but then they explain things, they bring the receipts, whatever, so to speak, and that's now my mindset has been expanded. So yeah,
exactly.
People should debate with each other. Like, we get taught to do it in school. I don't know about in America, but we do debating from about 10 years old. Like, but then by the time we get to adults, it sort of devolves back to how we fight as toddlers.
I think debating is probably the smartest way to, like you said, like if you know what you know, right there. Like I said the other day, like the smartest person. If you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room.
Absolutely.
Like that quote's so true. You know what I mean? And one thing about Joe Rogan is, like, he'll admit when he's wrong. You know what I mean? And say, listen, I was wrong. You know what I mean? And that's humility right there. So I'm like, I didn't know Joe Rogan from News Radio or any of those shows, because I never watched those shows. I just remembered him from the UFC, in the 90s. You know what I mean? That's the only way I knew him. So, like, it kind of inspired me to do this stuff. Him and Mike Tyson's first 2 seasons of hot boxing with Eben Britton. This guy brought the best out of Mike for some reason. And hot boxing with not hot boxing, the hot box would Be Real, sit in his car and smoke fatties with other rappers, and Joe Rogan. Yeah, Joe Rogan in there too. Yeah, so that kind of stuff. Like, I just sitting there smoking a joint and
just chopping it
brutally
up.
honest. Yeah,
discussing
it's like,
life. Yeah,
it's pretty fucking cool, man. I was like, this is pretty fucking cool. I go, I gotta learn this shit. I gotta learn how to use computers and all the other stuff, and it's not really that hard. If you do this shit every day, you kind of start to get the hang of it. You know what I mean? It's not.
Yeah, like I said, it's all pretty user friendly these days, and it's not difficult to, like you said, once you've shown how to do it, or once you learn how to do it, and then if you keep practicing, like anything, it's going to be easy sooner or later. But when it's working, like I said, when the Wi-Fi is not down, or that's pretty frustrating. Like, we have to have this stuff to survive in the world. The least they could do is make sure, like, our signals are clean and clear. Like,
yeah, I don't know. And they say you get Wi-Fi for free and shit. I'm like, I don't know about that, but maybe it's true. I don't fucking know. I don't know. I'm not that much of a tech head, but I always say 0.1% better every day. So I'm always definitely learning about it, and definitely a geek or a nerd with technology, because I like technology. I think it's good. I don't think AI is going to be a problem. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe I'll be fucking regretting saying that. You know what I mean? Still recovering now and getting back into shape like I used to when playing all kinds of sports every day with friends. Well, Chris Gray, you got gold medals in fucking judo and shit, don't you, or something like that? Yeah, it's important to stay fucking active and shit. Kay, what part of Aussie land are you from? If don't mind saying. I got a good buddy from Melbourne. I am gonna visit next year, hopefully. AU, Australia. I'll let Crazy answer.
I'm on the East Coast, Chris. Like, Melbourne's pretty much very, very far south of me. I live in a place called Lake Illawarra, and it's about an hour, about 100 kilometers south of Sydney. So I'm not too far down from Sydney on the coast. So it's nicer down here. It's not as congested. There's trees and mountains, and I can literally see the ocean from my house. I can't complain. So
that's beautiful. My friend Kiwi from Australia says any flat earth people come to Australia on the east coast of Australia, and you'll know right away that the Earth ain't flat. That's what he says to me, right? And I'm not a flat Earth believer at all. I'm pretty sure it's fucking a sphere. I'm pretty sure. I don't know why people believe in flat Earth. I'll just never understand that one. But okay. So Palman, I'm sorry, brother. Yeah, Australia's huge, man. Huge. AC Milan is red and black. Juventus is white and black. There. And then there's a blue and black team too, Palman. I forget what they are though. AC Milan, yeah. I forget. I think it's Inter Milan or something like that. Inter Milan. I don't know what this. They don't understand Limburgish outside of Limburg. Believe me. Oh, okay. All right. So that makes totally different words. All right. I get it. They probably understand it in parts of Germany and Belgium. They also a Belgium part of Limburg. Yeah, it's amazing where like Palman lives. It's like you can go through France, Germany, and the Netherlands within like an hour. I've seen like drug dealers like they're on the internet and they bring some guy with them. They show them how they do things. I'm like, mistake number one right there, bringing someone with you and showing you what you're fucking doing. But it's amazing because they have the Autobahn there, so there ain't no speed limit. So,
yeah,
you know, I guess you could
oh my God.
Hour, 300 miles per
I
hour.
really would love to go on that. I'd love to like go on the Autobahns on a bike. I reckon it'd be awesome. We can only do 110 kilometers here. That's our maximum speed limit. And even then, that's on like the big highways, the big stretches and stuff. So, which is good. I mean, you know, safety first, but like, yeah, I would really like to open up a bike and just see what it feels like, or it can be cool. Be like being in an airplane on the ground, though.
Cool. Pretty fucking cool. I used to take my GSXR down to the Cape. I do like 170 miles per hour down to the Cape and then 170 back, going in and out of cars because it wasn't much traffic. You know what I mean? So I do it like, I don't know, like 10 in the morning or 11 in the morning. You know, your feet on the passenger pegs and just leaning into it, and people be beeping at you, like, slow down. I'm like, yeah, like, I'm going to listen. I'm going like past you doing like 130 miles per hour. You're doing 55. You know what I mean? Like, I can't even hear. I can actually hear the horns, but like people are that stupid. Like I'm like literally 3 miles ahead of you within like not even 30 seconds. I'm like 5 miles ahead of you already. So yeah, people are fucking nuts in their fucking cars.
I'm Captain Sensible on a bike, mate. I still would like to go really fast on one though.
It's really freedom, man. It's I'm just an adrenaline junkie, I guess.
It's fun. Like even just going to the shops to buy milk on a bike's awesome. It's fun. It never gets old. It never gets old.
Actually, the first day I rode my bike all day, the next day I was sore. And I'm like, what the fuck am I sore for? I work out. This is before my head injury, you know what I mean? I'm like, what the fuck am I sore for? It's just because those bikes, you leaned over.
Yeah, I was going to say, if it's a sports bike, yeah, you've got to have like arms like Popeye, man. That's why, tourer for me all the way. Unless you're just doing little sprints through the city or something. Yeah, you don't want to like go too long distance on a sports bike.
Even the city, like I couldn't get that thing out of second gear, so I wanted a 1200.
Yeah.
Guys, like, you're not going to get that out of second gear.
Yeah.
You're not going to get that one out of fucking first gear. You're not going to get this one out of fucking second gear. I'm like, then what do you recommend then? He's like, the lightest one possible, because that one you could, just fucking, you could probably get it in the second gear in the city. In the city, I remember a cop pulled me over that was doing a detail, just fucking like, doing traffic and shit. He's like, pull that over. I'm like, okay. I pull over. He goes, that can't be legal. The pipe I had on a bike. I'm like, well, they have them in the front window on Franklin Street in Suzuki, Freddie Suzuki, right in the front window. So if they weren't fucking illegal, if they were illegal, I don't think they'd be in the front fucking window. I'm like, it was a D&D slip-on. And so, loud pipe save lives. You hear that quote?
Yeah.
Loud pipe save lives. So I'm like, yeah, fucking, Yeah, they're legal. He's like, all right, stay right here because I want to check for warrants. I go, do whatever you got to fucking do. And he comes back. He goes, you're good. I go, oh, I know I'm good. And I I got out of fourth gear there because I just wanted to aggravate the shit out of the guy. But the guy was like a little out of line. I'm like, dude, are you supposed to know this shit as a cop? Like what's legal and what ain't fucking legal? Man,
yeah,
you,
exactly. It's like that can't be. It's like, well, shouldn't you know, dude? Like, before you go pulling me over.
Right, it's
like
literally right in the front window of a fucking bike place, like right in the front window, as like a Texas flag on it, D&D slip on, like the fucking the bikes are so fast anyways, and they're pretty loud, but you put that bike the pipe on the slip-on pipe that costs like $400 or $600. My friends could hear me coming from like the highway, and like about 10 blocks away, they say, Bobby, we can hear you coming from like 10 blocks away. You sound like Grandizer. Fucking I was like a comic. I was like a comic. I think we talked about this. It was like the first what are those fucking cartoons called that everyone watches?
Animes. Yeah, we're talking about the oldest animes we could think of, like Robotech and even like Astro Boy and stuff. Yeah, I remember that.
So it was Guy King and Grandizer, and I'm like, Grandizer, and then it was Star Blazers, I think was on after that. It was like right before I went to school. I used to watch it every morning, but I can't find it anywhere now. It's like you can look it up and you'll find it, but it's in Japanese, so it's like it was made in Japan,
Yeah.
But I think that was anime before people in America got into anime. Yeah. I remember Sports Illustrated magazines with Mike Tyson like on the cover, like in the middle of a fight. And you see people with iPhones in the 80s, like Asian people with iPhones like this, watching the fight, or taking pictures or whatever the fuck. And I'm like, they must have the fucking technology over there a long time ago.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Well, I think you guys are like 20 years ahead of us. We'd be like, the 80s to you if you came to Australia. I think just like the lifestyle, the tech that we use. I find like if we go to the city, that's obviously more like modern and things like that. So the city centers, like, they're okay, but like the further you get out into the suburbs, it's like the further back in time you go. So.
That makes sense. A lot of spiders there, a lot of deadly things that can kill you, right? In Australia.
Yeah, I guess so. Like, but those things generally won't mess with you unless you mess with them. Generally speaking, like, it's those drop bears you got to watch out for, man. They're deadly. No, I'm joking. They're a myth.
Koala bears, and
koalas.
Fucking someone was saying who the fuck was saying? I think it was Whitaker. Whitaker was saying a kangaroo. Try to knock out a kangaroo. That thing will kick you in the fucking face.
It'll rip your guts out, literally.
Yeah, he said, okay, all right, you can knock out a fucking kangaroo. Okay, good luck with that. He's like, good luck with your hospital bill too, because you might not.
Hang on, I'm taking bets. Everybody. My money's on the roof.
That's what he said.
Guaranteed loss against one of those. I'll find some footage of them because some of those big reds, they've got like 6 packs, man, and they're built and they are quite aggressive too. Yeah, for sure.
They got huge feet too, right? Aren't their feet like fucking 2 feet
that's
long?
That's what they hurt you with. Like they'll kind of box you a bit, but they'll lean back on their tail and they'll kick forward with their feet, and that's
goddamn.
Yeah, they'll spill your intestines out for you.
Oh, really lovely. So they got claws. They got claws at the end of those feet.
On the feet, and also they'll drown you too, or they'll drown dogs. If like you're in the river and a dog comes up to, they'll get them and they'll hold them under the water. They'll drown dogs. Yeah,
are those wild dogs or just regular dogs?
But just your regular dogs, like, if you're a hunter or a fisherman or whatever, and you got your dog
Okay.
with you, and there's
Okay.
been lots of altercations. Yeah, I'll try and find some
Koalas,
footage to send you, mate. If I
koalas, I
can
guess,
figure
koalas are really cute, but I guess they're really fucking, like when you feed them and stuff. I heard a Aussie guy saying this one time. He said, them things are fucking ain't as cute as you think they are. They look cute, but they're fucking pretty vicious. I said, those
the
things are
males.
vicious?
Oh my god, yeah, you should
Yeah,
hear the male.
that's what
They
he was saying.
growl like it's crazy. It's scary.
Holy shit, man. God damn.
They're
You would
stinky
never
too.
think those things would be. They're
No,
fast too, huh?
they go, man. Yeah, they're pretty pretty intense. Like all our cute and cuddly little things, all our so yeah, even the mammals will like fuck you up, It's just here. But
Oh shit.
it's not really that bad. Like a lot of that's more out, in the regional areas and stuff. We've pretty much, unfortunately humans have come along and sort of built on all their original sort of habitat and stuff. But like I think it's more like you guys are all like, oh, you've got the deadliest snakes, and because I grew up on Cape York, which is like the very top of Australia in the tropics. One side's sort of tropics, one side's the desert, and that's where they all were. Like as a child, I remember I was only 5 years old, and my mum's gone, stop, and she was like kind of half panicked, and we all stopped, and this massive like king brown snake just slithered right past me, didn't give a crap about me, minding its own business, but that's like seared into my memory. And I don't know, I didn't get any bad vibes off it. Like most people get bit because they're like trying to kill the snake, or they startle the snake or something like that. They're generally not they're not going to mess with you. Like I wouldn't take on something that's like a skyscraper to me unless I had to, so.
No, I get it. Yeah, it's snakes are some of them can't hurt you, some of them though. I know those brown snakes can fucking fuck you up. I've heard about those things.
It's the taipans as well. Yeah, they're pretty dangerous.
Do you got red and black fucking like striped coral snakes there too? Are those Australian?
Yeah.
Okay,
they're kind of everywhere. Yeah, we get the coral snakes. The fierce snake, the king brown taipans. There's two types: the inland and then the eastern. We got all the big ones.
When you're a kid, like what do they teach you there? Like, is there like a rule or a quote like to live by? Like, what's poisonous, what's not? Or do you just got to kind of learn as you go?
Yeah, pretty much got to kind of learn. Everyone kind of gets just taught first aid. This is the best way to treat it. Even as kids, it's kind of everybody knows how to treat a snake bite just in case. Or I don't know about the kids these days, like if they've been exposed to it, but it seemed to be a pretty big thing. Maybe because I grew up in the country part, and country folk are generally a bit more onto nature and like how to deal with it. So
yeah, definitely. That's the same thing here. It's like a lot of people that live in the city, I don't even think they know how to make a fire if they lived in the war. When you know how to make a fire, it's pretty sad too, because you gotta learn that fucking shit. If you don't know how to hunt, you don't know how to fish, you don't know how to fucking jump out of a tree and fucking stab someone in the fucking head, like or put a bullet in someone's head because you're in the woods, you're in the mountains. People disappear in the fucking mountains. You know what I mean? In America, anyways. I'm sending this to you. Remember Celsius and Fahrenheit? I got a
the conversion chart. Yeah.
I'm gonna see if I can send it to
that's
my
awesome, Chris.
email.
It is like, I mean, I'm biased obviously, but yeah, it is beautiful here.
Yeah, I just want to make sure you oh yeah, here's another one. Is that a hot spot for Canadians to move? I already know at least 4 people I went to school with that moved down under.
Yeah.
She would be able to answer that better than I would, brother.
Yeah, man. As far as I know, like when I was living up in Sydney in the city and that, there were a few Canadian people. I used to work with 2 Canadians and stuff. Good people. Got a lot of very similar culture and very similar sort of people like to Australians. So yeah, we vibe real well with each other, Canadians and Aussies.
Yeah, Canadians are good people. They really are. Just when it comes to hockey, that's the only thing. Like, that's the only reason. Yeah, when it comes to like the Bruins versus the Canadians
I was
and shit
about to
like
say,
that,
so
like,
yeah, it's
yeah,
Bruins all the way. Yeah.
if
Oh,
I talk about
I love that
passionate
sport.
fucking people, man. Oh my God, they're so passionate about their hockey, like just
Yeah.
like we
Oh,
are too.
yeah.
But them even more so because that's like their. I think that's their national sport. I think that
National
Canadians
sport.
are
Yeah, I think
probably.
so.
I think it is. I think they're fucking better than like most of the best hockey players do come from Canada and Russia at one point too. Russia too. Russia had a really good Olympic team back in the days, but Canada beat United States ass last year, right? I think it was Canada versus the United States in the finals, and they were fighting every fucking game, or at least the first two games. But Canadians won. They won. I mean, Wayne Gretzky, Mario Lemieux. I mean, it's very hard to say Canada doesn't have better hockey players because the great one comes from there. Mario Lemieux. I'm pretty sure Mario Lemieux comes from Canada. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, there's a lot of great Canadian fucking hockey players. But I wanted to ask Chris, any Canadian, you guys have what's it called there? What's the fucking game with the fucking lacrosse? You guys got lacrosse there?
Yeah, that's
You
a
guys got
pretty
an
awesome
Aussie?
game.
You
No,
guys got an Aussie?
not. It's not like a big thing. There's probably clubs, like because like we've got American football. That's not huge, but we do have like a small league here.
In that game,
Yeah,
what's that big game you guys play there? The one with
rugby
no
league
helmets.
or Aussie
Yeah, rugby.
rules. We've got Aussie rules, and that's played on a cricket ground. Like it's kind of like football meets hurling. That's what without the
Yeah.
sticks. That's kind of what Aussie rules reminds me of, if I have to sort of loosely describe it. That gets pretty fierce. But yeah, rugby leagues are what I grew up with. So
Cricket gets
Union as well. I like Union. Actually, I think Union is a better game to watch because it's like constant motion, whereas like with league it's always stop start. So
Oh, okay. So Union
that's
is like
my personal opinion.
freestyle basically instead of rule, like you said, like probably
They've
no
got
rules.
rules. Yeah, it's just the ball's usually more in constant motion, like with the scrums and
Okay,
I
that
forget.
makes sense.
But yeah,
So
with
that
rugby
cricket,
league,
right?
if you
Cricket.
get tackled, you've got to stop and play the ball each time. So it's always
man,
stop, start. So
That's fucking crazy, man. The fucking way they fucking play that game, man. I'm like, man, like no pads, no fucking no helmets, no nothing. I'm like, damn, man.
yeah.
And that's what fucking Alexander fucking Volkanovski, he was a heavyweight when he played fucking that game. How the fuck did he get down to 145? I'll never understand that. I'll never understand that guy. Yeah, but training, like I could train my ass off, right, and train 3 times a day. Most I ever got down to was like 218, 212. I could never get under that. Like no bullshit. For some weird reason. I don't know what the fuck it is, but yeah, 2 years like 230 or something. He gets down to 145, but he's not that tall though. So maybe maybe he just put on that weight to fucking absorb those hits that he was gonna take. You know what I mean? I don't know. That guy's I like Volkanovski. Like that guy.
Yeah, he's a machine, and he's a good person too. Like,
good dude. Yeah, really good
person.
dude. Really good guy.
That's
yeah.
where, well, like I think I told you, he's from Windang, or like he's basically a local. I live about like 10 k's away, not even 10 kilometers. I don't know what that is in miles. I'm gonna have to learn it so I can translate for the Americans.
I think
but yeah, not too far, just like 2 suburbs over from where I live. And one of my friends actually went to high school with him and stuff. So yeah, he's an absolute legend around here because he's the local boy, total champion.
Yeah, him and Whitaker, and now you got JDM too. JDM's a champ now too. Him and Whitaker, I would say, probably the 2 biggest guys from MMA over there. But now you got JDM. That guy, was he from Perth? So he's from the other side of Australia, right?
Yeah,
JDM, I'm
Perth's
pretty
on
sure.
the other side. I'm
So
not
is
sure where
Perth
he's
and
from.
but Perth and Sydney, what's the difference? No difference at all, right? Just
Complete opposite sides. Oh, yeah, Sydney's older and has a higher
okay.
population.
Okay.
Same as Melbourne. Like Melbourne and Sydney they're not the same. I'd die if I said that, but like yeah, similar like age, and then Perth's a bit newer, a bit more modern, not as many people. So I haven't been there. I'd like to go. It'd be like going to another country, I reckon, because it's literally East Coast, West Coast. So
Yeah, that's a long fucking way, man, too. Like
yeah,
Jesus Christ. If you had to drive that, how long would it take on a plane? Like would it be 3-4 hours? Like
yeah, couple hours, probably 4. I think
four
it's
hours?
2 from here to Queensland. So yeah, it'd be an extra
Wow.
hour or 2.
That's fucking big, man. We got a huge
Yeah.
base there, American base in the middle of Australia. It's fucking pretty big, from what I know. I've never seen it. But I hear it's pretty big. I hear it's a big base that America has there. You know what I mean? I think you guys are smart to let Americans. My little brother's gonna be a pro lacrosse player. Oh, okay. He is unreal and starts
Awesome.
stars on the team with kids who are like 2 years older than him. Exactly the way I was. How I was at BJJ in judo, and my older bro was at Muay Thai. My little bro is with lacrosse, kicking ass. That's good, man. Yeah. So Chris Gray is actually a savage, like a true savage, like Palman, and actually nice kid, nice man, nice young man, Chris Gray. Actually, I've talked to him face to face on FaceTime. Good person, good man, Chris Gray. Yeah, I had this local friend of mine was gonna come on here, but I don't know what happened to him. We're gonna start having people come on next week. We want to like do this, and so Monday, Tuesdays, and Thursdays. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's you know what I mean, and then we'll have people on and get into deep conversations, because life gets really deep with this shit. Like sometimes you almost feel bad. You know what I mean? Like I do, anyways, because I know I've been through that fucking the your mind's playing tricks on you and all that fucking shit and all the shit we take for granted.
The dark night of the soul, shadow work, as Jung called it. Yeah.
Yeah. And not only that, it's like you're not even, it's like the people that love you and care about you, you're hurting them more than you're hurting yourself. It's like, it's kind of like, you just take shit for granted. You know what I mean? You don't even realize it till you're, in prison or whatever, in county or whatever the fuck, bailed out. And then,
the clarity of hindsight, hey?
Yeah, hindsight's 20/20, but you're like, is this fucking really worth it, man? Like, I don't know. And there's people in there that never had it so good. They love it. You know what I mean? They love it. It's like, how do you fucking love this place, man? I'll never understand that. But I guess you can't let the time do you. You got to do the time, and that's why you got to keep give yourself a routine. Work out twice a day, read twice a day, play cards with your friends, twice a day, make big meals with your friends twice a day, and that's about it. And then time fucking flies by. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know, like some people get hemmed up in there that don't even belong there. You know what I mean? It's sad to see, like, with the private prisons too. You know what I mean? The private prisons here, they get 30,000. They get 30,000 a day or 30,000 a month for each fucking person they put in there. It's something ridiculous, and not even I'd say not even 1% is spent on the fucking prisoner or the fucking the detainee or the convict or the fucking inmate or whatever the fuck
Yeah,
it's fucked up. Yeah, exactly. It's fucked up. When it becomes private and shit, like there's all kinds of incentive to put innocent people in prison. You know what I mean? Just for fucking out of greed and profit.
Yeah,
Pretty fucked up.
that's it. And that's why there's no like real effort to rehabilitate the prisoners either, I think, because we want them back because we want to make our money. Exactly. It's disgraceful. And like,
And
yeah,
you
not
definitely don't
saying,
get better.
you know,
You
if
definitely
you're
don't get
bad,
better.
you got to do the crime, do the time and that. But that doesn't mean that
Yep.
like every prisoner's an actual bad person. There's a lot of good men and women in prison. They've just made a mistake or, yeah, they, for whatever
Really true.
reason, they're in there. You know, I mean, there's total scumbags in there that should just be like, you know, just put down. Yeah, put down. But then,
Yep.
you know, your average
Unalived.
people, prisoners,
Unalived.
unalived, yes. We've got to algo speak, yeah. But
I don't know.
yeah, but for like the average prisoner, like they're generally like just good people or just misguided or whatever. And you know, if they just like a lot of people grow up in a way where they haven't seen any other way to behave. And then you
Yeah.
said, yeah, there's even innocent people that get put away. So, like, you know, the welfare of the prisoner there should be a duty of care. I'm assuming there is a duty of care. It's just not upheld by the prison
Yeah.
systems. Yeah, and even
Yeah.
just hearing some of the horror stories, say like on the W number, like just the way the inmates are treated, like it's a disgrace.
It is.
It really is. It's inhumane. And how do you expect a man to act like a man if you treat him like an animal? You know, he's going to act like an animal.
He's going to act like an animal. And most cops just want to go in there and do their 8 hours and get the fuck out of there. They don't even want to like mess with fucking convicts and shit. You know what I mean? But there are the ones that like get their job from their fucking uncle or something, and they want to go in there and act like tough guys, and it's probably not the best idea. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's not good. It's not good at all.
It's good to see a lot of those screws are actually getting exposed and like getting, you know, put through. They're not going to get all of them, but like, yeah,
no,
they should have an example made of them. Like these, you know, if regardless of who they are, if you've got someone locked in a cage and that's the only way you can beat them and feel like you're a big tough man, like you're a weenie, you know, that's like that's a caged person, like, you know, and you know, you've got all your
nothing to lose.
Right, you've got a shield, you've got a helmet, you've got this, you've got that. They've just got and they still might put you to shame.
Yeah,
and you can't fight against them.
Most times,
I was really scared hearing about like some of them have like full kill squads and that they're their own gang. And you know, say if you're a vulnerable prisoner who might not like have family and friends on the outside, they're like, no one's going to miss him. And they'll just pick on them or they'll just beat them. They beat them to death just for the thrill of it. Like that's some psychopathic stuff there. Like those are the people who should be behind bars and, you know, have kept away from, you know,
sociopaths,
civilized people. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they're basically sociopaths, and they don't think they can get caught and shit, but they're sadly mistaken too.
They're starting to. That's it. They're starting to get caught.
Eventually, they're gonna. Eventually, karma, like the biggest bitch of all. You know what I mean? Karma is real. You know what I mean? I've seen it happen so many times, like with people. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you live long enough to see what goes up must come down. There's for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction.
Every action there's a reaction.
Nature bats last. So enjoy your time. Enjoy thinking you've pulled it off. It will come back to bite you right in your ass or even your face.
And rightfully so too. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
and it works that works in the, you know, in the opposite direction too. Like you put out good,
absolutely.
You get good back. Like, but you know, if you're good, that's not what you're doing it for. So it's just a bonus.
No, you're right. You put out good energy, you're gonna get good energy back tenfold. You know what I mean? Like me and you were talking about this. We weren't doing this to make money. Money's like the third or fourth or fifth thing on the list. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
but
just a bonus.
You know what I mean? As long as It will happen, like because of monetization and all that stuff, and people ain't scared to come in and share their experiences. And listen, it's all right to be scared to share your experiences. I'm not saying everyone has to, but believe it or not, you can save one, maybe 10 or one, maybe even even if you save one life just with your story, it made a difference already. But
Absolutely.
Some people don't realize it helps a lot of fucking people.
Yeah.
Even if they don't show up in the Savage Room, there, it's all it's all good if they just watch. Because if you notice, we got like 70 views just on that our Tuesday. We got like 70 views, like all after the fact. You know what I mean? You know, we had a lot of people in the Savage Room. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people watching right now. I can see from different platforms. You know what I mean? But they don't want to jump into us in the chat or whatever. That's fine. I always tell people it's all right.
Yeah.
You want to just watch and listen. That's fine too. Yeah, that's fine too.
That's it. Lurkers are welcome.
Yeah, absolutely. Because still getting the views, right? That's all that matters.
Yeah. I lurked for the longest time. So you talk about like being isolated for over a decade and then being introduced to technology again after all that. And I finally got a phone and I'm like, all right, I'm going to go online and do all this social media stuff that people are doing. And I was lurking like for about 2 years on YouTube before I finally went, I can leave a comment. I went to drop a comment. And they're like, you can't do that. You have to have like an account or a channel. And I only did that like August last year. So, and here we are.
Well, that's good. That's good because most people it takes a lot longer than that.
Yeah.
And it's right. I understand why. I get it. You know what I mean? I understand why. No one wants to argue with people fucking all day and shit. You know what I mean? A lot of people are cute pricks. You know what I mean? It very rarely happens in here. I haven't seen it happen hardly ever.
That's good.
Hardly ever. But it does happen, though. It does happen. It's just people lose bets or whatever. They're fucking betting on fucking fights, and people just want to, you can kind of tell, what they're doing. You know what I mean? But they think they're slick about it. And it's like, no, I kind of know what you're doing, dude. I kind of know what you're doing. And we don't even know if it's a dude or a guy or a fucking woman or a fucking, I don't know, Adam's apple alert or whatever. I don't fucking know. Whatever people want to call themselves, that's fine. I got no problem with it because it doesn't affect me.
Yeah, same. It's like if you're not my partner, it's not my friggin' business, is it?
Exactly. So I say about gay people.
But
it's like
I think also, just to be fair, I don't think everybody should be forced to have it made their business either.
Exactly.
So
I agree.
what? So what? Who cares? Get on with your life. You are, you aren't. What does it friggin' matter? Like,
I agree with that. I agree. It doesn't.
Are you a good person? Are you a douchebag?
Yeah.
I think that's more the important question. So
I agree with that too. There's a lot of good people. There's a lot of good people online. Like a lot of good people. Just like in real life, there's a lot of good people, and there's
get your assholes everywhere.
You really do, actually. You really do. I'm gonna send you this. What is it? Celsius and Fahrenheit, right? Is that what it is, right?
Yeah.
Celsius and Fahrenheit.
The conversion.
Okay, I got it right here for you. Because I was like, you know what? I'm shocked. I don't know that. I just sent it to you. I sent it to you, IG. So if you see it there, I don't know. You know what? I got rid of my email on my phone, so I got to add my email to my phone again for me to share it to my computer and shit. The laptop, I mean. So I got to do that today. It's just I don't know why fucking it's gone, but it's gone. Is it Zoom? I'm not doing free podcasts. Oh, okay, you're not doing free podcasts. You're not doing nothing free, dude. It's I pay for this fucking thing. You're not doing nothing free, Arms. It's all good, dude. You don't want to jump on? You don't want to jump on? That's fine. He's not doing nothing free. He says, okay, good luck. Good luck, dude. What, people want to get paid to come on fucking your platform now? Good luck with that. Good luck with that one, dude. Good luck with that one, dude. Oh, Coach Ball, what's happening, brother? Wow, what difference in that picture. I didn't even know I had that picture up, dude. Thanks, bro. Yeah, that was fucking horrific. Yeah, I was saying that earlier, brother. That's Coach Ball. Coach Ball's good people, man, from St. Pete, Florida. His wife runs a ketamine clinic legally. She's a doctor. So she helps a lot of people.
Awesome.
Coach Ball's good people. Coach Ball, that's crazy. And I think you know some of the people in the Savage Room there. Coach Ball, I'm pretty sure you know some of those people.
Nice to meet you, man.
Yeah, good people. Yeah, it's glad you're getting to meet these people because they're all good people. Yeah, you're right about that, dude. I don't even know how the fuck I had that up there. All right, there it is. It's gone. That gives me bad fucking memories right there. Happy Thursday to you, Coach Bald. What was the mindset in those two pictures? One was when I was 325 plus and thought I was slick with a long sleeve shirt, a long shirt, thinking I could hide my stomach and shit. And one was a year after I came off all the pain meds and shit. So it was like a year after, fucking eating once a day instead of fucking 10 times a day. And just like the difference, you know what I mean? Just discipline and fucking training and fucking, before and after, basically. The mindset of those two bitches. Yeah, just fucking disgraceful, actually. I don't know who the fuck. I thought I was kidding myself, but I definitely wasn't. I was definitely a fat fuck. I'll admit it. But that only happened to me for like that only happened to me for a year.
You're being hard on yourself, man. That's not really that.
Yeah,
but like I was saying, when you're used to being fit, especially like athletes and stuff, and then if they let themselves go, it's like it feels like such a dramatic change, and that's it, because you notice the difference when you've got weight on. You're slower. You don't fit through that gap like you used to. Exactly.
Nope.
You have to make some adjustments because otherwise it might just keep getting bigger and bigger. That's.
And what's funny is like when I got married, I was like in 2001 with my wife, after being with her since 92, I could actually, that's when I started gaining a little bit of weight, but most I get up to is like 240, 260. And then I go train with my friends for boxing matches, 3 days a week. I train with them, pour and sweat for 2-3 hours. I still couldn't lose weight. So I didn't know if I could get back down to 220 again or 218 or whatever. Hello, yours. That's Coach Bald saying hello.
Hi, Coach.
Yeah, Coach is good people, man. Really good people. You had to go through those hard times to recreate the best, most savage version of yourself. Absolutely, brother. It's very true. It's very true. Very true. Coach Bald has had a hard year last year. Lost his mother-in-law, and his wife lost her mother. You know what I mean? After a fight with cancer, I'm pretty sure. So, yeah, it's I tell Coach Bald, I actually love my in-laws. There's not many men that say that. I actually love my mother-in-law. I love my sister-in-law. I love like my wife's aunts and stuff. Like I know my wife comes from good people. You know what I mean? I love her grandparents. God bless their soul. They're all gone, but they were great to me. You know what I mean? They actually made me feel, like part of the family. They never looked down on me. You know what I mean? They never put their nose up. You know what I mean? Yeah. And that's a good sign of character. You know what I mean? Right there. And it doesn't surprise me because that's where she came from. So I kind of had a feel. My in-laws don't act like the outlaws. Exactly, bro. See, bro. Coach Bald definitely knows, man. Yeah, we have a lot in common, me and Coach Bald. A lot in common. Coach Bald's going to come on someday soon. Him and he has a platform of I got the hat in the other room. Coach, what's it called again? Coach Ball, what's it called again? Totem Pole Nation. So like 180,000 subscribers, and I was on there one day for like 4 or 5 hours calling out Jake Paul and his brother. I go, I'll fight both of you in the same fucking night. And I think we got like 48,000 fucking live fucking people on there. You'll really fight them both? I go, yeah, 2 Disney kids? Yeah. I'll fight 2 Disney kids in the same night in the ring. I'll knock them both fucking out. Totem Pole Nation, yep. Totem Pole Nation. That's right, brother. Totem Pole Nation, brother. U.S. Damn straight, bro. Yeah, good people like Coach Bald, Coach. I said hello to him earlier. Coach Troy, Coach. There's a lot of coaches. There's about 4 or 5 of them. They were all good people, really good people, man. Really good people. And just glad to know them all, honestly. Totem Pole Nation, brother. U.S. And yeah, that's another good channel. Like
thanks, Paul.
Another good channel. Yeah, Palman's the man. And Coach Ball, all these people, they're all good people, man, honestly. Like Palman always says, some people are so full of shit. Some people are so full of shit. And some people are real as they come. You know what I mean? And I'd rather it grow organically than fugazi, you know what I mean? Fake it till you make it bullshit or whatever. And then a lot of people think you're cringe because you have confidence and shit. It's like, if you don't have confidence, I don't know what to tell you. I don't think you're gonna have a good life in your life. I don't think you're gonna do anything in life. I had confidence when I was a young fucking kid. Yep, Lambo, that's it, Lambo. I like Lambo's a good kid, man. Crystal Ball, Paul, yeah, Paul, Coach Paul, and the other one too. There's one more. I think there's one more. Coach from Seattle, Washington, and then there's one up in Green Bay fan. The Green Bay, yeah, Coach Paul and yeah, we have it. Yeah, absolutely. I feel like part of that family too. And I haven't seen a lot of you guys in a long time. I see you and I talk to you. But I haven't seen those guys in a long time. I definitely want to see you guys fucking at it again. And I think Coach Ball said they're going to be doing it on Friday mornings again sometime soon. And Indiana Pacers, Coach Ball, I said this earlier. I said he said Indianapolis before the fucking Indiana Pacers. He said it before the playoffs started. I said, yeah, I think you're on to something because of momentum. They were playing so good at the end of the season. And they just stole a game from in OKC, and they just won their first game in Indiana last night. So Coach Ball said it before the playoffs, and he's riding that wave. And good for you, brother. Coach Jay Freeman, that's it. And Coach Taylor, yep, all good people. And good people for positive environment for people that are looking for a positive environment. Oh, here it is right here. Yeah. See, Palman is such a help too. I'm going to put this up here.
Thank you. I've just subscribed. Yep. So
you just subscribed? Yeah. So 125,000 subscribers, man. Really good people. And scheduled for 6:13. So they'll be doing the OKC Thunder versus Indiana Pacers the 13th, which is game 4, I'm pretty sure. So Pacers are 2 games away and from winning, and OKC is 3 games away from winning. Doesn't matter your record in the regular season. It matters what you do in the playoffs. I'm trying to put this up on the oh, here it is. Okay. Nope. I don't know why I can't fucking do this. Do you get that Celsius thing crazy? I'm not sure if you did. I'm not sure. Yeah, I did send it.
Yeah, it's come through.
Okay. Do you understand it now? Like I kind of understand it now a little bit.
Okay. Yeah.
It's not far off. It's
Not really. Yeah, I know like 96 degrees is like really hot sort of thing. So I've got a general idea, but yeah, I don't know how to sort of just convert it straight off the bat.
Yeah, it's 84 degrees Fahrenheit in Boston, Quincy right now, 617 area code. These two cities that are connected to each other. It's 84 degrees today. And it's what's it called? Let me see. Cooling trend over the next 2 days. Oh, that's great. So it's 84. Then it's going to be.
Oh, we've lost him. Hey. Oh, guys, looks like he's booted himself off the live. We'll see how long it takes him to get back. I don't know how to bring him back. Yeah, that's right, Palman. Yeah, just with us always talking, like always about like whether it's miles or the temperature. I'm like, I'm going to have to learn imperial because otherwise we're not going to understand each other. I think there's only 3 countries on the whole planet that still use the imperial system, so all the rest of us are on metric. There's no sign of him, guys. I don't know what's happened. Okay, one sec. I'll go see if I can find him, hey?